Hey everyone, what is up? Welcome back to Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works. So we are finally, for real back. So I know, I posted a video on the 19th, which is about a week and a half ago now. Sheesh, it's been that long. But I was just able to get a quick video in while my friend is here, but my friend is now gone. So we should be back to normal fairly soon, right? Obviously recording today. And I will probably record pretty often for a while, because I am super happy to get back to Fate. It was great having my friend over, but it's nice to be able to get back to my regularly scheduled program, you know? So I'm super excited to get back to Fate. So I'll probably go. I don't want to set anything in stone. At the very least, it'll probably be every third day. I'll probably be closer to every other day, or even every day for a while. I'm not gonna push myself absurdly hard, but the truth is I want to play the game. So we'll be playing that a lot. I mean, I gotta weave in other stuff like schoolwork and whatnot, but frankly, I should be able to do all of that just fine. I have plenty of other time, even if I were to record daily, which I don't think I will. Right, but even if I were, I should have time for everything. So a pretty consistent upload schedule of every 2 to 3 days should be back pretty soon. Probably starting now. I'd imagine after today I'll play again within 2 days. I'd be more surprised if I didn't, really. But anyways, enough about that. Let's just actually jump right back into the game. I'm so excited to get back to Fate, man. It's been so long. All right. Wait, what? Am I in the right place? I am. All right. This is a story from a winter 5 years ago. Yep, here we go again. Man. They really drive this one home on each route, huh? It was a night with a beautiful moon. I wasn't doing anything, just watching the moon with Kiritsugu. Even though it was winter, the air wasn't cold. The corridor was a little chilly, but it was a good night to enjoy the moon. Back then, Kiritsugu didn't leave the house often. Not going outside, he would just laze around the house carelessly. I regret it even now, thinking back to it. Why didn't I notice that it was like the actions of an animal that knows its time of death?
子供の頃、僕は正義の味方に憧れてた。
Suddenly, that man, himself a superhero in my child's eyes, said that as if yearning for it.
なんだよそれ。憧れてたって諦めたのかよ。
I became angry and asked him. Kiritsugu laughed apologetically and looked up at the sky.
残念ながらね。ヒーローは期間限定で、大人になると名乗るのが難しくなるんだ。そんなこと、もっと早くに気がつけばよかった。
I agreed with that. I didn't know why, but I thought it couldn't be wrong because Kiritsugu said so.
そっか。それじゃしょうがないな。
そうだね。本当にしようがない。
Kiritsugu answers. So, of course, my response was determined.
しょうがないから俺が代わりになってやるよ。
What else would he say, man?
じいさんは大人だからもう無理だけど、俺なら大丈夫だろ。任せろって。俺が
Oops.
ちゃんと形にしてやるから。
Before I could finish, my father laughed. He made a face like he didn't even need to hear the rest. After breathing in, Emiya Kiritsugu said,
ああ。安心した。
Man, this scene still hits hard the third time I've read it. He quietly closed his eyes, and his life ended. That is the story from a winter 5 years ago. It was a parting that determined the course of Emi Ashiro's life. It was the night that Emi Ashiro decided to become a superhero. There's no way I can forget it. I never said it, but I clearly remember it. The figure of the man who saved the boy who was left to the fire. Emi Kiritsugu held up the dying child and said, "Thank you." He said, "I'm thankful that I found you." He made a big smile and thanked someone, as if he was saved by rescuing someone. The emotion I felt back then is still engraved in my mind. Nobody saved me. I couldn't save anybody. In it all, I was saved, and a person was there to save me. That's why I decided to become like him. Become a superhero, so that I could save people and let no one be killed. Just like him. Even if it may be a childlike fantasy, I yearned to become one. Excuse me. And thus, Kiritsugu, the embodiment of my dream, died peacefully, leaving me his dream of becoming a superhero himself. It's only natural for a child to succeed his father. Emi Ashiro must become a superhero and save someone just like the old me. I swore so as a child. To fulfill the dream of the man I admired most. But to be honest, I'm still wondering if my idea is the right one. Where my ideas come from. What I can do even despite me being just an amateur. How to make the dream of making everybody happy, which Kiritsugu always talked about, come true. Oh, and what I can do now that I'm a master. Whoops. I did not mean to left click. There are just so many things that my head's going to explode. And, alright, now we're awake. So this is, I think, roughly the last set of scenes that I actually remember. I mean, I'm sure they'll have some scenes that might be the same or very similar as to the Fate route, just throughout the route, but like, I'd played a bit of this route already because of a choice that I made. I accidentally made the choice to enter the route and did like an hour of it almost, and then I did like an hour and a half of it in that alternate ending in the same episode actually. So soon we'll be at the point where I literally have absolutely no clue even what's coming, right? And not that I know everything that happens, like even in this set of scenes, you know, because it seems like it was like there's supposed to be a choice there that I just wasn't allowed to make in that bad end. So it's gonna start getting pretty new soon, which I'm excited for, really excited for. I wake up from that familiar dream. Bright morning sunlight is coming in from the window. I feel a bit chilly, but I guess it wasn't bad enough for me to catch cold.
参った。またここで眠っちまったのか。
He's really good at falling asleep in there. I shake my head and change into my uniform. It's a bit before 6 o'clock. I bet Sakura's already up and preparing breakfast. Oh right, Sakura's here. I kind of forgot that for a second, actually. I go outside and breathe in the fresh air. It's a nice morning. It'd be much more comfortable if there weren't 3 girls in the house.
あ、訂正。女の子は2人だけだった。
2 girls, 1 tiger. Goodness. It's cold in my room right now, man. It's like 95 degrees outside, but the AC is on full blast. It's freezing in here. I don't want to classify Fujini as a girl. Anyway, now... Who to spend time with at house? Probably not a super relevant choice, but who knows? Maybe I'll come back to it. Let's go see how Saber's doing. We've already done that. So let's go see how Sakura's doing.
あ、訂正。女の子は2人だけだった。
I'll go help Sakura out. She's making breakfast for 4 people. I bet it'll be more time consuming, and I also want to hear what happened last night. It seems Saber went with my story, but there's a possibility that they started disliking each other after a night together. You know, now that I think about it, actually. Who knows if the relationship points will matter. I'm just going to assume that any potential gain from this choice alone will not be that relevant. Because, I mean, I was originally going to choose Saber, and it feels like it's more likely that I'd want relationship points with Saber. But, like, it's kind of metagaming. Like, to make my choice just based on that. I'm not trying to metagame. But at the same time, I literally was going to choose Saber. So, I just had already done that one. Who cares? If it comes back to bite me later, I mean, that would be unfortunate. But it is what it is, right? Seems Saber went with my story, but there's a possibility that they started disliking each other after a night together.
おはようございます先輩。朝ごはんの支度始めちゃってますよ。
I see that.
ああ、おはよう、さくら。朝の支度なら俺も手伝うから、ちょっと席開けてくれ。
I go into the kitchen after putting my apron on.
あ、じゃあ焼き物をお願いしますね。さっきご飯は炊きましたから、私はお味噌汁とお惣菜をやっつけちゃいます。
Good looks. Sakura efficiently keeps cooking like always. She doesn't seem to be worried about yesterday.
さくら、昨日の話なんだが。
I feel like she's not going to want to talk about that, honestly.
はい。
But
昨
we'll
日
see.
の話ってどの話でしょう先輩。
いや、だから昨日の話。さくらと藤音とセイバー3人で寝ただろ。さくら、セイバーが住むことを気にしてたみたいだから、どうなのかなって。
どうなのかなじゃわかりませんよ先輩。もっとはっきり言ってくれないと答えてあげません。
Dang, alright, my bad.
だから仲良くやってくれると嬉しいんだが。
ああ、セイバーさんと私が仲良くすると先輩は嬉しいんですか？
嬉しいっていうか助かる。セイバーの住み込みはさくらに無断で決めちまっただろ。だからさくらが怒るのは当然で、セイバーを嫌うのも仕方がないことだ。
I mean, true.
けどそのあたりを多めに見てくれて、セイバーに優しくしてもらえると、なんていうか。
セイバーさんにじゃなくて私に嬉しい。
It's embarrassing to say it, so I just nod. She's right. I'd be happy for Sakura if she would forgive me for letting Saber stay. And Sakura's like a family member to me. It'll relieve me if she can forgive my selfish decision.
はい、そういうことならお答えしちゃいます。
No.
セイバーさんと私たちは昨夜の霊地をもって完全に和解しました。私はまだセイバーさんは苦手ですけど、それでも仲良くやっていけると思います。
That's
あ
fair.
の人、わかりづらいけど可愛い人ですから。
Sakura's smile comes from the bottom of her heart. That makes me really happy. It is, but
可愛いってセイバーが？
そうですよ。藤村先生なんてセイバーちゃんって呼んでますし、セイバーさんも慣れてくれたみたいです。
oh my god.
本当は監視するための同室だったんですけど、今夜も3人で寝ようってことになっちゃいました。
Sheesh. That's an unexpected turn of events. But Saber's cute, huh? She's beautiful, but I don't know about being cute. I mean, hey, if they see it, they see it, I guess. So, I'm not gonna bug them about it. Nope. Everyone says, oh, the word I can't say. Itadakimasu. I can almost hear the word in my head, but I can't say it. Like, I cannot say that word. This is the first time I've had breakfast in a group of 4, and it feels rather relaxing. Like, I've heard it all the time in animes, but like, I have no clue how to... I can't actually say it, man. Not that it's that big of a deal.
あれ、これ微妙に薄味だな。出汁変えたのか、さくら。
はい、セイバーさん、お味噌汁に慣れてないと思って。
How thoughtful of
あん
you.
まりお味噌が濃いのもダメかなって。
そうですね。昨夜の味付けより今朝の方が美味しいと思う。 ですがさくら、私も和風の食事には慣れていますから、そう気を使わず自由に調理してください。その方がお互いのためになる。
You know, I feel like we're gonna need to have a conversation with Saber about how the heck we're actually gonna, like, participate in this war with them at this house.
そうなんですか？わあ、ちゃんとお箸持ててる。びっくりしました。セイバーさんって器用なんですね。
Yeah, Saber's built like that.
慣れていますから。ですが正直に言うと箸は疲れます。フォークやナイフより優れた道具だとは思うのですが。
I mean, what do you prefer? Your bare hands?
そうだね。セイバーちゃんはお箸よりナイフとフォークだよね。それ違う。かけるのはソースじゃなくて醤油。
She just said chopsticks over fork and spoon, and you're gonna reverse that and be like, yeah. What? It's not how that. Okay, sure.
なるほど。忠告感謝します。
Yeah, I can imagine how much of a culture shock it would be. Like, you're all of a sudden you're eating completely foreign dishes and like, whoa, that's the wrong sauce. What are you doing? You're like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of some example. Like, somebody who has no familiarity with American foods just rolls in and tries to put like ketchup on their potatoes, right? And you're like, what are you doing? Like, if you're gonna put anything on there, it's like gravy, you know? I guess it's just the best way for me to, I guess, compare those.
よしよし。報酬として海苔を1枚いただきましょう。はい、白おかわり。
So needy.
はい。食いすぎて二度寝するなよ。
先生、今日の朝練に参加されるなら少し控えた方がいいと思いますけど。
There is no holding back.
大丈夫。これぐらい入れておかないとお昼まで持たないもの。
Ooh, right.
そういうさくらちゃんだって朝練の後におにぎり食べてるじゃない。
Exposed.
先生、知ってたんですか？
I forgot how she gets exposed, bro.
無ふり。端っこでこそこそやってるから気になって観察してたのよ。ダメよ、いい年頃の女の子が朝2食なんて。
She's hungry, bro.
悪魔はこっそりとある日テロリストのように体重計に舞い降りるんだから。私の読みではさくらちゃんの今の体重は
She really tried to estimate her weight. The devil comes down on your scale like a terrorist. What? I know I've seen all these jokes before, but they're still so funny.
ダメです先生。言ったらもうご飯作りに来ませんから。
Sakura wins that one.
それに間食は時々だけです。いつもそんなことしてるわけじゃありません。
Time for part 2 of getting exposed.
あれ、そうなのか？朝飯いつも一合多く炊かれてたから、てっきりさくらが握り飯でも作ってるんだろうなって思ってたんだけど。
先輩も知ってたんですか？
Everybody exposing Sakura right now.
ダメさくらちゃん。シロね、そういう細かいことには妙に神経質なやつだから、きっと初めておやつを作った時から気づいてたわよ。
初めて？それって去年の夏のこと？
It just keeps getting worse for you, man.
さくら、空中に埃でもあるのですか？そんなところで手を振って。
It's Saber's just over there like, what's going on? Oh man, I love that scene. Breakfast proceeds like that. The breakfast table is twice as loud as usual. And suddenly,
今朝未明に発見された被害者は50名を超え、現在は最寄りの救急病院で治療を受けており、
you know, this is a lot more interesting after that, like, interlude with Tosaka. I see some disturbing news on the TV.
シントでまたガス漏れ？うわー、今度は50人だって。何？
Excuse me.
被害者には昨夜から連絡が取れず、何人かの家族は不審に思い会社に連絡。 警備員に確認させたところ、車内に残っている社員はいなかったとのこと。
Hmm.
夕方からみんなビルの中で倒れてたのに、どうして警備員が気がつかないかな。職務怠慢とかそういうレベルの話じゃないよね。
Fujini must have lost her appetite as she stops eating her third bowl of rice. Saber's watching the news with an intense expression. In that case, I'm not mistaken. I don't know the motive, but this is something that's done by a master. I can say it's fortunate that nobody died, just like all the other gas leak incidents.
もう物騒だな。
Yeah, no kidding.
シロ、しばらくシントでアルバイトするのは禁止だからね。貯金ならたくさんあるんだから、こんな時ぐらいゆっくりしなさい。
I mean, I think we were gonna have to take a break from that job anyways. But, I mean, we can't take much of a real break, because, you know, we're in the war that's causing those incidents, you know. I'm happy that she's worried about me, but I can't reply to her. I know this is no time to be working, but I'm sure I won't be able to come home as often now that I'm in a war. Then, if I'm ever late, I'll have to lie to them that I'm working. So, yeah, I can't really say that you're not working. After finishing the cleanup, I go to the front door. Fujini and Sakura already left for their morning practice. Saber's following me like she did yesterday, but I can't let her do so today. The weekends are fine, but there's no way I can take her to school on a weekday.
セイバー、言っとくけど、ここまでだぞ。
Excuse me.
学校に行っている間はここにいてくれ。セイバーと一緒に学校に行ったら騒ぎが大きくなるし、何より目立つ。マスターは人目につくのは避けるべきなんだろ？
Yeah, you're gonna need to, find a way to get her to school. Well, with there being at least 2 masters there, excluding him. She must not agree as she protests silently.
だから大丈夫だって。人気があるところでは襲われないんだから、学校は安全だ。それにさ、身を守るだけなら俺一人でもなんとかなる。
You better hope so. Saber's brow twitches. She must have some argument about me being able to protect myself.
一つ尋ねますが、それは白を一人で敵を倒せるという意味ですか？
Nope.
まさか。昼間なら一人でも危険を回避できるってことだ。人気のないところには近づかないし、日が落ちる前に帰ってくる。それならセイバーも納得がいくだろ。お前だって魔力を温存するために休んでなくちゃいけないんだから、無理してついてくることはない。
These are valid points, but that's absurdly dangerous.
わかりました。マスターがそう言うのなら、私は信じざるを得ませんね。
Saber lets out a sigh as her shoulders slump. She's seriously worried about me. That's kind of her job. I feel bad about turning her down.
悪い、セイバー。けど大丈夫だって。それにさ、俺の身に何かあったら、セイバーにも伝わるんだろ？もしそうなったら、駆けつけてくれればいいじゃないか。
いいえ、そうはいかないでしょう。私とシローのつながりは細い。マスターの危機が私に伝わるときは、シローの命そのものが危うくなっているときだ。
That's a fair point.
そうなってから駆けつけても遅すぎる。
じゃあ、俺の方からセイバーを呼べばいいのか？
はい。シローが私を必要だと思えば、それはあなたのサーバントである私に伝わります。それでも間に合わないと判断したときは、レイジを使ってください。レイジのバックアップがあるのなら、空間を飛んで、シローの守りとなることができるでしょう。
It's too bad we already wasted an entire command spell. That makes this move even more dangerous, because we can only ever protect ourselves like that, like what, once or twice? Jump through space? That's pretty much like sorcery. The right to absolute obedience. The command spell is that powerful?
わかった。できるだけそんな事態にならないように立ち回る。日が落ちるまでには帰ってくるから、セイバーは留守を守っていてくれ。
I wave her goodbye and open the door. Then...
はい。どうか気をつけてください、シロー。
Yeah, I'll do what I can.
あなたの学校は異常です。行動には細心の注意を。特にリンには出会わないように。
Yeah. That'd be a mistake.
学校で遠坂が仕掛けてくるっていうのか？まさか、それこそありえないだろう。
If she catches you alone in school, like, you'd be dumb to think she wouldn't. She's a true magus. She's bound by the association's rule to avoid involving innocent people, and most of all, she wears the mask of an honor student. I think she'll greet me normally if I do see her.
そうだといいのですが、リンは人目を気にして判断を鈍らせるタイプではありません。それにシロを敵視しているようですから、気をつけるに越したことはないでしょう。
Yeah, no kidding.
はいはい。取り越し苦労だとは思うけど、気をつける。
Yeah, let's do that. It's past 7 o'clock. It's later than usual, but I should still make it on time without hurrying. It's 7:40. I go through the gate, and as I make my way to the school building, I feel something strange and stop.
なんだ？別に何がおかしいってわけじゃないよな。
I actually don't remember what happens here. Is he just detecting the boundary field? It's not like someone's watching me here. That something looks different. If anything, it's that it's not that lively. Feels like the students and even the trees in the buildings are dull in color.
気のせいかな。いろいろあって過敏になってるのかもしれない。
Yeah, he doesn't have man, he doesn't have Tosaka to tell him about that boundary field, so he has no clue what's going on. I close my eyes and rotate my shoulders, but the strange feeling doesn't disappear even after that. I get up to the 3rd floor and head to my classroom. Then, I run into Tosaka.
Yo!
I know her, so I greet her. But Tosaka freezes as if she's seen a ghost.
遠坂？なんだよ。顔になんかついてるのか？
I wipe my cheek with my uniform. But Tosaka doesn't even reply. She looks away from me and goes back to her classroom. I mean, she's like already made up her mind, and like she's seeing Shiro just actually at school, just chilling without Saber. Like she's got to be like, "Are you serious? Like, do I actually have to do this?" What was that? I don't think it's like her to ignore someone who greeted her. Yeah, in a normal situation, sure. This is anything but that. The strange feeling hits me again when I go into my classroom. Someone might have brought snacks in here, as I smell a slight sweetness in the air. Oh, it's not that.
別にいつも通りの教室だよな。
It's not that. I head to my seat while greeting the guys. There are about 10 more minutes until homeroom starts. I look around the room, and I notice a seat without a bag.
シンジのやつ。欠席か。
I wonder why. Come to think of it, he wasn't at the club yesterday either. Shinji is actually quite punctual, and he tries hard to follow the rules. It worries me a bit that a guy like him has been absent for 2 days. Yeah, I guess you're gonna have to get to the bottom of that. And then you'll find an answer you did not want. It's lunchtime. I usually go to the student council room when I make my own lunch. It's because the guys will take my food, and the girls will make fun of me if I eat in the classroom.
なんだ
Fair.
一星、お前昼は食べないのか？
ああ、先ほど済ませた。今はともかく眠くてな。昼休みが終わる前に起こしてくれ。
Fair enough. I feel that, man. Issei then puts his head on the table.
なんだ、徹夜でもしたのか？お山じゃ、11時には絶対就寝じゃなかったっけ？
Is this foreshadowing or something?
うん。そうなのだが、最近寝つきが良くない。いくら眠っても疲れが取れなくてな。おかげでここ数日は暇さえあれば眠っている。
I mean, we know something's going on at that temple, so... Huh. We just don't know what yet.
ん？なんだそりゃ。暇さえあれば眠ってるんなら眠気なんてないだろ
I think it's just that his energy is just being literally drained.
ああ、そうなのだがな。いくら眠っても疲れが取れないゆえ、疲れを取るために眠らざるを得ないのだ。
Huh?
矛盾していると分かってはいるのだが、眠いものは仕方がない。
Yeah, what is going on at that temple? In retrospect, I don't remember. Is that where Castor... That's where Castor stayed, right? Why was Assassin there? Wasn't he, like, defending the gates of Ryudo Temple at one time? Like, in the Fey route, why was Assassin there? Like, we know... According to Ryder, that is where Castor is, right? That's what she said, I think. Pretty sure. And even in the bad end, on, like, when you go to Ryudo Temple, like, Castor kills you. So it seems like she is involved there. Maybe Castor somehow took control of Assassin? I don't know. Or maybe Assassin was keeping others away from Castor? I honestly don't know. Probably not, though. Like, he was legitimately trying to kill us, so... I guess all will be unraveled in time. But there's something interesting going on there.
春にはまだ早いんだけどな、一世。
And honestly, it's kind of starting to feel like Castor might be the big bad of this route. I'm like, is Gilgamesh going to be involved at all? I mean, obviously don't actually tell me. I'm intrigued, though. Because, like, Gilgamesh wrecked Castor in the Fate route. But, like, it's kind of feeling like maybe Castor just takes Berserker's place, right? As that main big bad. But Berserker looks like he's still going to be pretty legit, too, you know? Like, as a antagonist, so... We'll see. It'd be cool to see Castor get to shine. Honestly, though.
春眠暁を覚えずか。誠に耳が痛い。
Issei doesn't even try to get up. I guess it can't be helped. It looks serious. I'll stay here until lunch is over.
あれ、ああ、エイセ、誰か来たぞ。
知らん。生徒会は店じまいだと言ってやれ。
いや、そう言ってもいいんだが、やってきたのは久月先生っぽいぞ。
I'm always about to shoot up.
それはまずい。
Issei gets up slowly and opens the door.
竜道、今朝の弓道部の件だが。
Do we need to step outside? Kazuki-sensei stops his word after sensing that I'm there. Or here, excuse me. Kazuki Soichiro is the homeroom teacher of Class 2A and also in charge of the student council. He's a very strict teacher and quite blunt.
それじゃあ、うちにも帰ってないんですか？
そのようだ。おそらく刑事事件になるだろう。分かっているだろうが、むやみに話すことは避けるように。
Who's there? Is it gonna be like one of the servants, or is it like Tosaka? I don't know. It wouldn't be Tosaka, most likely, right?
それは分かっています。ですが、そうなるとマトはどうしたんですか？あいつが昨日会っていたと、弓道部の一年が言っていたじゃないですか。
Yeah, it's Ryder. Oh, Lord.
それに関しても同じだ。麻藤真司も無断欠席しており、家も留守だそうだ。妹である麻藤さくらは藤村先生の家に泊まっていたというし、事情は知らされていない。
I mean, this is real convenient information, but I feel like you probably shouldn't be talking about this in front of, or like talking about this in front of like Shiro. Shouldn't you have asked him to step out? Issei and Kazuki are talking about disturbing stuff. Summing up what they said, it seems that a student's been missing since last night, and Shinji's the last one to talk to that student. Wait, that is not what I got from that at all. What? About the archery club this morning. Then she didn't even go home. Okay, wait. No, I can see that. So what, did a student go missing? And Shinji talked to them? I'm guessing they got their soul drained, but...
邪魔をしたな。そういった事情もある。また下校時間が早まるだろう。
I interpreted it as, like, somebody was at the archery club and just wouldn't leave. Not, like, somebody was... Like, a student was there and not at the archery club this morning and has since gone missing. Oh my god, wait, is it the archery club captain? Like that girl? Ooh, man. We'll see. Quickly stating his business, Kazuki leaves the student council room. Because I assumed it was like, if it was somebody was there and they'd seen Shinji with them, like I assumed that meant it was Ryder, right? But if it's somebody missing, right, and the last person they were with was Shinji, I could see it, and it has to do with the archery club. It's probably the archery club, like Captain Girl.
まったく。なあ、エミヤ。お前、シンジを見なかったか？
No.
いや、見てない。今朝は弓道場にも行かなかったし、あいつが休んでることはお前も知ってるだろ？
そうか。それならいいんだが。
Yeah, no, I didn't see this when we played through. They definitely keep a lot of things from you, even in that, like, bad end, so that's good. Issei's face clouds up. Jeez. It's not something I should rudely butt in on, but it seems this concerns the archery club. I'm sorry for Issei, but I should get some information out of him.
一星、昨日から家に帰ってないとか言ってたけど、それって誰なんだ？いや、シンジのやつも捕まらないってのは分かったけど。
ん？そうだな。エミヤも部外者というわけではないし、知っておいてもいいだろう。昨日の夜の話だ。弓道部の練習に出た娘が帰ってこないという連絡があったな。至急練習に参加した生徒たちに話を聞いたところ、行方不明になった生徒と最後に話していたのはシンジだと分かったのだ。
Talk to Shinji?
ちょっと待った。シンジは昨日の練習にはいなかったぞ。それに弓道部のみんなとはちゃんと校門で別れたんだが。
ああ、エミヤもいたらしいな。話はその後だ。忘れ物をした1年生が戻った時、シンジが道場の前にいたらしい。その時にな、シンジとそいつが口喧嘩をしてたそうなんだ。
Does this imply that the other person was a master? Possibly. I have a bad feeling about this. There's only one student that could have been there.
いいっせ。肝心な話をぼかすな。それで、昨日から行方不明になってる生徒ってのは誰なんだ？
三釣綾子。弓道部の師匠だ。
God, man, I knew it. So, does that imply that she is a master and they had a fight, like, to the death? Or does that imply Shinji, like, drained her soul or did something horrible to her? I don't know.
彼女は道場の鍵を職員室に戻した後、弓道場前で見かけられてから一向に行方が知れない。
Issei averts his gaze. That's a mystery. That's a whole mystery that, like, I did not know would be here in this episode. That is some intriguing stuff. Classes end. I don't know if that incident is the reason, but all the clubs are cancelled for today, and that's definitely the reason. Seems the library is closed as well, so the students are going home in a hurry. There's an announcement that all students are to go home unless they have some special business. I'm the only one left in room 2C. I bet it's like this in other rooms, so I should hurry over there, or there will be nobody left in the school building. I should go talk to some people before that. I can't go straight home after I found out Mitsuzuri's been missing. She's firm, and she's stronger than most guys. It's not a trivial matter that she's missing, and most of all, I can't ignore it as her friend.
悪い、セイバー。少しやることができた。
You're gonna get yourself murked, bro. I apologize to Saber and leave my classroom. I should go talk to people in Mitsuzuri's class, room 2A.
綾子ちゃんなら風邪でお休みしてますよ。
But did you hear that from her or the teacher?
三綴なら休みだ。弓道部員ならそれぐらい知っているだろう。
I'm not, but okay.
だから欠席だって。鬼のかく乱さ。あいつの無遅刻無欠席もここで終わりだよね。
Man, you're preying on her downfall. That's all I could get from the girls in her class. Seems everyone has been told that Mitsuzuri is absent because of illness.
邪魔したな。明日三綴が来たらこのことは黙っててくれ。
I'll wave goodbye and leave. If there's any place to go now, it'd be the archery range. See if you can find some sign of a struggle or
誰もいない
something.
か。そうだよな。
Well, yeah, nobody's
部
there.
活は休みなんだから。
That was my first thought, so that's why I said maybe looking for a sign of a struggle or something. The door to the range is shut tight. It doesn't seem like anyone's inside, so it's meaningless to stay here.
一斉に聞いてみるか。あれからなんか分かったかもしれないし。
Let's see, I guess. It's been 3 hours since lunch. It might be possible that she's already been found, and it turned out nothing was wrong at all. Yeah, doubt it. I don't know what's going on, though. Man, I didn't think that the student council would be closed as well. There aren't that many people here now, so it'll be difficult to ask around.
とりあえず戻ろう。三綴りのことなんだから、藤根がなんか知ってるだろうし。
I get my bag and go out into the hallway. The sky is tinted red. The sun is setting, and it should get dark in an hour or so. Here it is. I get to the stairs. As I start walking down, I hear a sound above my head. I look up. There. Yep, here we are. Hi, Tosaka. Tosaka is standing at the top of the stairs.
あれ、登坂、まだ残ってたのか?
She doesn't answer. First this morning and then just now. I think her glares are getting worse every time I greet her.
なんだよ。話がないなら行くぞ、俺。
Yeah, you should do that. I raise my bag to show her that I'm going home now. I don't know why, but Tosaka sighs.
呆れた。サーバントを連れずに学校に来るなんて正気?
Maybe not. She murmurs without emotion.
正気かって、そんなの当然だろ。だいたいセイバーは霊体化できないんだから、学校に連れてこれるわけないじゃないか。
それなら学校なんて休みなさい。マスターがサーバント抜きでのこのこ歩いてるなんて、殺してくださいって言ってるようなものよ。
Yeah, her knowing that Saber can't go into spirit form is a problem.
エミヤ君、自分がどれくらいおバカか分かってる?
He's being very stupid right now, I'll give you that.
おバカって、そんなことあるか。登坂こそバカなこと言うなよな。マスターは人目のあるところじゃ戦わないんだろ。なら日中、特に学校なんて問題外じゃないか。
How many people do you see around, bud?
じゃあ聞くけど、ここは人目のあるところかしら。
は?
What's she talking about? I don't even need to check if there are people around, because there aren't.
あれ?
Why is this? Conveniently, there's no one here. There's no one in the 3rd floor hallway. I'm sure that's the same for the 4th and the 2nd floor. The red-tinted building is quiet. I bet there are only teachers remaining on the 1st floor.
ようやく分かったみたいね。ほんと、朝は呆れたのを通り越して頭にきたわ。
Yeah,
あれだけ
no,
教
that's
えてあ
fair.
げたのに、どうして自分からやられに来るのかって。
Understandable. Saying so angrily, Tosaka rolls up her sleeve. A slender, white arm. On the feminine arm, something like a glowing tattoo appears. It's not a command spell. Could that be, even though I don't have one, it must be the proof of a magus, a magic crest. Yeah.
説明するまでもないわよね。
I don't know how you're getting out of this one, bro. You look like you're about to get smoked.
これが私の家に伝わる魔術の結晶よ。ここに刻まれた魔術なら、私は魔力を通すだけで発動させることができる。
Yes, a magic crest is like an attached engine, separate from the magic circuit in a magus. There's no difficult incantation or procedure to follow. It's an ultimate hastening mechanism that runs the car and called magic just by turning it on. The car called magic, not the car and called magic. But the magic crest will not show up unless it is in use. The magic crest is like a separate magic circuit that is formed using the magical energy of the magus.
アーチャーは帰らせたわ。あなたぐらいこの刻印に刻まれた呪いで十分だもの。
Alright, I don't know, what's the plan? We charging her? There's no emotion in her voice. That makes me realize that she's serious.
逃げてもいいけど辛いだけよ。
どうせ勝つのは私なんだから。
She coldly says so, but my head's spinning. Fight here? Why does it have to be here? Why does it have to be now? And why do I have to fight against Tosaka?
待てトサカ、お前正気か。ここ学校だぞ。下手に騒げば誰がやってくるか分かったもんじゃ。
その時はその時よ。私ね、目の前のチャンスは逃さない主義なの。エミヤ君には悪いけど、ここで片付けさせてもらうわ。それに今日みたいにフラフラされてたら私の神経が持ちそうにないし。
だから待てって。だいたい俺はトサカと戦う気なんて。
Here's the problem. She has every intention of fighting you.
あなたになくても私にはあるの。いいから覚悟なさい、シロ。
She moves her arm and starts the fight. What sort of magic is it? The instant she points her left hand at me, my vision is filled with light. It's a flashbang. It's about 4 steps forward to the stairs leading to the 2nd floor. I'm going to retreat back to the hallway. It'll also take me about 4 steps to get into cover. There's no time to think. Jump to the stairs or the hallway? What? Where's that? Why can't I read the dialogue that was just said? That's annoying. Oh, man. I mean, it was 4 steps either way. I think in the bad end we did. We go down the stairs and then get smoked. So I guess let's go to the hallway. Maybe that is a better move. We'll see. Maybe it's you jump to the stairs and then do something after that, but... let's just try jumping to the hallway, I guess. I don't look back as I jump. I use the corner of the hallway as a shield and jump sideways with all my might. I slide into the hallway. I hear Tosaka cluck her tongue as something heavy hits the wall. She tried to kill you. I get back up and look behind me. The wall. The wall I was standing in front of until now is smoking. Jesus! And, to be more precise, there are 3 fist-sized burn marks on the wall. It's a projectile weapon. No, that thing is a curse that'll infect the target with the disease. The Gander shot Tosaka was talking about should be something from the Northern European rune, an indirect curse that worsens the disease of the one being pointed at. Whoops. Its effect is to worsen someone's illness, so it shouldn't be something with any physical effect. But Tosaka's Gander shot is made with such dense magical energy that it looks like a bullet. The problem is, its power is like that of a bullet as well. Wow, as expected of Tosaka. It's such a brutal use of force, making a slow curse into an immediate curse. Yes! Yes, she is. Although now that I think about it, if she's using a projectile weapon like that, a wide open hallway is probably a horrible place to be. We're probably dead. I hear her running after me. I instantly get myself together. There's no time to think. I have to run for now. Down the hallway is a horrible place. Yeah. The hallway's straight. Tosaka's using a projectile weapon, so she'll shoot me in the back if I run down here. Tosaka sprints out from the corner. Just before that, I jump into the room beside me, room 2F. Oh, did we get blamed? Oh my god. She shoots the Gander shots through the hallway. Seems she shot it right after she ran into the hallway. Man, she pre-fired that thing. And you shouldn't put yourself in this situation. I look around the room in a hurry. Is there any protection? Isn't there a shield, an armor, or a bulletproof vest in here? Yeah, bro, this school is not in America. You don't need bulletproof vests there. Jesus, man. Her footsteps stop in front of the classroom. I'm sure she saw me running here. Then she must be wary of my setting up an ambush. I run. I run from the back of the room to the door in front of the room. In that instant, yeah, she was trying to blast you through the wall, bro. The Gander shots are mercilessly shot into the classroom. She's trying to wallbang you. Sheesh, she's shooting them like crazy. The bullets go through the walls, hitting everything in the classroom.
背中にかすったぞ、背中に。
It would have gotten me if I hadn't moved.
嘘、なんでピンシャンしてんのよ、あんたは。
Man, you better have some sort of plan, bro. Tosaka Rin jumps into the classroom. We're about 4 meters apart, in the front and in the back of the classroom. We glare at each other again. No, there's no time for that. You need to, like, tackle her like you're playing football. I jump out into the hallway. Running into a room isn't a good option. I'll have to run to the stairs over there. So it's the stairs in the end anyways. Whoops, I think we're dead. Man, she's really merciless. It just scraped my head. Hey, it scraped my sides as well.
本気かお前、そんなん当たったらただじゃ済まないじゃないか。
That's the point.
当然、ただで済むほど甘くないわ。痛いのが嫌なら止まりなさい。そしたらすぐ楽にしてあげるから。
Yeah, no. My god. The bullets fly through the hallway. Actually, the sounds are like those are real bullets.
待って、お前ガンド撃ってるんじゃないのか。殺意以外感じない音だぞ、それ。
うるさい。ならちょこまか逃げるな。標的が動き回るから狙いに熱が入るんじゃない。
Is he just supposed to stand still and accept death? Is that what he's supposed to do, Tosaka?
これじゃなんとかに刃物だ。
こんな言うにこと書いてそれか。
Oh Jesus. Oh my god. She's firing a machine gun. Nah, that's the Gander machine gun. The sound of firing echoes in the hallway. But I made it. I reached the stairs in the nick of time. I run down the stairs. I've won since I made it this far. Oh, I wouldn't say that. I run down the stairs and reach the landing. Tosaka shouldn't be able to follow me if I make it to the first floor. I gasp. Tosaka took a shortcut by jumping over the railing of the stairs. Okay, that's fire. That's incredibly badass. Just tackle her down the stairs. To put it simply, I have to get past that glaring Tosaka to make it down to the first floor.
驚いた。体軽いんだな、トサカ。前は贅肉があるとか言ってたのに。
Yo. Oh. Some veins are showing in Tosaka's forehead now. Yeah, she's gonna murk you now. It's scary how I'm getting used to this. The instant I realize it's coming, I jump sideways and hear the bullets hit the wall beside me. I run down the hallway in the other direction. The good news is that I'm down to the second floor. If I'm able to run away and make it down to the first floor, I'm sure Tosaka won't.
また来た。しつこいぞトサカ。いい加減諦めろ。
そっちこそ往生際が悪い。命までは取らないんだからおとなしくしなさいよね。
That's hard to believe right now. I think, like, we know that it's probably true, yes, but what? You're firing, like, literal bullets at him, and he's just like, yeah, she's not gonna kill me if I give up. I don't know if it's because she's serious or if she's mad about me running away. Tosaka's Gander shots are loud enough now that it'll have people calling the cops.
そんな心配してる場合じゃないぞ、これ。
Yeah, no kidding. Being more powerful means that the bullets are bigger. The curse that was just hot when it scraped me is now burning everything it touches. The Gander shot scrapes my leg. My speed goes down. Yikes. As soon as I figure out she'll catch up before I make it to the stairs, I jump into the room beside me. Boy, you better, like, jump out of the window, throw a chair at the window, and leave. I go into the classroom and move to the window side. Well, what should I do? Should be able to jump down from the second floor. If I'm gonna get shot at, I might as well try escaping from here. Get the hell out of here, bro. I hear Tosaka's voice from the hallway. Something like a thin membrane surrounds the classroom. You can't leave now, can you? Yikes! The instant I notice that the boundary field has soundproof effects, I figure out what Tosaka's going to do. Yeah, you're gonna get blammed. I jump to the wall. I feel a strong magic being activated. I crouch down, tip over a desk, and hide behind it. This isn't like the Gander shot she fired up till now. I close my eyes and place my hand on the desk. She's casting a spell. Even though she has help from the magic crest, Tosaka is casting her spell. Tosaka's. No, not Tosaka's casting her spell. Tosaka is casting her spell. Will I make it? No, I have to make it. I skip every manufacturing process, the process of making another nerve in my spine, and frantically pour magical energy into the desk. There you go. You better build up the ultimate shield. This thing better be like freaking the Aegis. The Aegis. I don't know how you actually say that, but I'm just saying that thing needs to be. Whew. Lights and sounds explode. It's an ordinary day after school. Yeah, sure. The ordinary classroom turns into a dance floor in an instant. That's what you call a dance floor? I don't want to know what clubs you've been to, Shiro. Dancing desks. Comparing the bundle of magical energy aimed at the classroom to a pistol is an understatement. That thing is a Gatling gun. As it's shot without pause over wide range, it's more like a machine gun. I don't know what kind of a curse is in the magical energy, but it's strong enough to be visible to the human eye. As it has mass, it destroys everything it touches. The desks are running crazy like a person on fire. My eardrums are already screwed up from the sound of the dancing desks and the echoing bullets. This is more like a battlefield than a dance floor. Yeah, that's a better way to put this. But still, I don't see any cracks in the windows. It must be the boundary field Tosaka set up, yeah. So, no sound, no escape. Sheesh. This room is a closed space now. It seems one can enter this space, but not leave. The bullets fired in here are no exception, as the sound doesn't escape this room. Jeez. Tosaka's angry, but she's still acting like a magus. I put as much magical energy as I can produce into the desk used as a shield. The only magic I can use is the strengthening magic. I strengthen the desk to defend myself against the rain of magical energy. But it's only for a brief moment. My strengthening magic will only endure this barrage of bullets for about 3 seconds. As a result, I have to redo the strengthening magic right when it wears off, and repeat this process. The rain does not stop. Maybe Tosaka knows what's going on in this classroom. She might still be attacking because she knows I'm blocking her attacks like this. Then this rain would stop when... Yeah. You better figure out the secret to, like, freaking projection real quick. I'm just saying. I slump my shoulders while concentrating on the desk. Well, let's compare our endurance. Let's have a match to see who will give up first. I would not want to be in that competition with Tosaka, man. The match is decided in a flash. Feels like I've gotten knocked out 15 seconds into the first round. I'm not wounded, and I have lots of stamina left, but I can't do anything if my magical energy runs out. I look out from behind the desk. I can't see the classroom too well because of the smoke. I hear a sound. My hand bumps into something on the floor. Yeah. School ought to be fun tomorrow. Well, I guess it could be used as a weapon. I pick up the stick and put my remaining magical energy into it. Yeah, you need like a high-stress situation to actually be able to pull this off. I swing the stick I strengthened. Well, it won't do me any good to just stand here. I'll be dead if she attacks again. Maybe I use too much magical energy, as I can't even stand up. And this smoke isn't letting me breathe. Yeah. Tosaka is experienced in fighting. She'll just corner me if I stay here. I know she's waiting for me in the hallway, but I can't escape out the window because of the boundary field. I make up my mind and head to the hallway. My feet are still numb. I move the wreckage of desks and crawl into the smoke before me. And on the other side is... Hi, you look kinda mad. Tosaka's waiting for me, her shoulders heaving. I glare at her and manage to stand up. The numbness in my feet is temporary, so I think I could move them if I wanted to. But it's not like running would do me any good. Tosaka's just tired from running, and she has plenty of magical energy left. Unlike myself, whose magical energy is depleted, Tosaka's just out of physical energy. If we resume our battle, I'm sure she'll shoot me down without hesitation. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, I feel like we gotta know, we have to have something up our sleeve, right? Projection magic time. Tosaka declares her victory. Oh, that pisses me off. I know it's reckless, but I can't help if it makes me mad.
そんなのやってみなくちゃわからないだろう。肩で息してるくせに偉そうなこと言うな、バカ。
I raise the leg of the chair to show that I'm resisting to the very end.
そう。わかったわ。おとなしくするなら優しくしてあげようって思ったけど、そんなのはいらないおせっかいだったみたいね。だから初めに謝っておくわ、エミヤ君。
Sheesh, man. I hate this villain Tosaka. Or opponent Tosaka. This sucks. She smiles. I wish she wouldn't make an ominous smile like that.
謝るってなんでさ。というか、今さら謝られてもこの恨みは忘れないぞ。
私が謝るのはこれからのことよ、エミヤ君。だって下手に抵抗されたら手加減はできなくなるでしょ。手元が狂ってあなたを殺しちゃったらもう謝罪はできないじゃない。
She is pissed. She's serious. Well, she did seem serious, but I guess I made her really serious. I finally realized that I'm in a hopeless situation.
やっと分かってくれた？よかった。これだけ言ってまだぼんやりしたこと吐かれたら、それこそどうかしてたから、私。
どうかってどんなさ。
She glares at me. I see. I guess this is what she meant by being absent-minded.
これが最後の忠告よ。
Whoops.
そのへんてこな武器を捨ててレイジを出しなさい。最悪腕の神経を剥がすことになるけど、命を取られるよりはいいでしょ。
Tosaka, I'm not going anywhere. I'm sorry. Give up my command spell? My command spell isn't something I can hand to her, and most of all.
ダメだ。それはできない。
聞いておくけど、なんでよ。
レイジは渡せない。それは俺にセイバーを裏切れって言ってるのと変わらない。
そう。3秒あげるわ。自分の命だもの、自分で選びなさい。
Tosaka raises her left hand. I bet she'll release her Gander shot the instant I refuse. Man! Give up command spell or keep fighting Tosaka. Wait. I don't know which of these options is doing what. I want to refuse her. Is saying, can I hand her my command spell? Like, I can just do that? Or is that saying, like, I don't know. I guess I'll just do this one. If it's pretty clear that it's not the option I want, I'm just going to reload. I think that's saying, like, can I admit defeat against Tosaka? Like him saying, like, I can't just do that. Unless this is him being like, I could just do this. But him admitting defeat and handing her the command spell are like the same thing. I don't know. Let's do this.
3秒。エミヤ君、返事は？
Oh. We stare at each other. That scream come from below? What was that?
今の。
悲鳴だったわよね。
I instantly get up and start running. How convenient.
ちょっと場所は分かってるの？エミヤ君。
No, but I'm gonna find it.
知るか。下からってことしかわからなかった。
ちょっと待った。今結界を解くから。
I run down the stairs.
待ってたら一人で先走ったら危ないわよ。
At what point has that ever stopped Shiro?
そんな場合か。さっきの姫どう聞いても普通じゃなかったぞ。
分かってるわよ。だから危ないって言ってるんじゃない。
Again, at what point have we ever cared? We came to school without our servant and stayed for hours afterwards, right? Like, Shiro, he does not care, bro. Oh. Yeah, is that Ayako? We get down to the first floor. There's no one moving in the hallway. But there's one collapsed female student lying there. The student is collapsed in front of the emergency exit. Or it's another student that's had the same fate.
気を失ってるだけか。
How can you tell that from here? Is she breathing? Oh, because he's like, he's there. Okay. I check on the female student. She must be in the first year. She's unconscious, but unconscious. Good lord. But I don't see any wounds, so she should be all right.
そんなわけないでしょ。こんなに顔青くして中身が空っぽだってわからない。
Yeah, no, apparently not.
中身が空っぽ。
Soul has been drained.
魔力。もっと極端に言えば生命力よ。キャスターにやられた人と同じ。いいえ、あれよりもっとたちが悪い。
This is almost certainly Ryder, right?
この子、放っておいたら死ぬわ。
死ぬって傷一つないのにか。
外が無事でも中が空っぽなら動かなくなるのは当たり前でしょ。血が全然足りないのよ。待ってて、これぐらいなら手持ちの石でなんとか。
Man, you sure do love using those things for other people, huh? She searches her pocket. Thank God. It seems serious, but Tosaka seems to know how to cure her. Tosaka kneels down and looks at the female student. Her face looks serious. She tends to the female student while sweat forms on her forehead. What's going on? That serious face of hers. I think I saw it recently. Oh, snap.
エミヤ君、そこのドア閉めてくれる？風で髪が乱れるのよ。
He's realizing what happened that night.
ああ、あの非常口だな。
I look at the open emergency exit. Open? Come to think of it, we still haven't figured out why this girl is unconscious. She didn't do this herself, so somebody else must have attacked her. We ran here right after we heard the scream, so the emergency exit is the only place to get away from. Is it because I was looking at the emergency exit?
遠坂危ない。
I sense something black being shot and I protect Tosaka with my right arm. Oh my god, bro.
何よそれ。エミヤ君、腕に腐って。
What the heck happened? Just like Tosaka said, a black dagger is piercing my right arm. Oh, that sounds like Caster. It could be Ryder. Ryder had a dagger too, right? Let's hope it's not Caster's dagger, because that thing is, whew, that's a problem. That's Ryder's, okay. The thing lodged in between my wrist and my arm looks like a nail. No, it's too big to call it a nail. Something like a dagger has pierced through my arm.
なんでそんな。ああ、今はそうじゃなくて、血がそんなに出てるのに、痛くないの？
Yeah, probably, but we, I guess, blocked it from hitting you. Maybe not the wisest decision, but I mean, this is Shiro we're talking about. There's no way he would have just let that hit someone else.
痛い。とんでもなく痛い。
It hurts. It really hurts. But it hurts so much that I can't panic. But more than that, someone threw this at Tosaka's face?
遠坂、その子任せた。
I believe I will be passing out now. I start running. I don't have time to wait for Tosaka's response. I squeeze the strengthened metal rod in my left hand and run out the emergency exit. Oh, he's searching. Is he gonna get a glimpse of Ryder? I run while dangling my right arm. The arm's red below my elbow. Is there some bad luck with my arms today? Fair question. Tosaka told me to give her the command spell on my left arm, and now this one almost got ripped off.
この辺りだ。間違いない。
I look around. I don't know what I'm feeling, but I certainly feel it. The person that attacked that female student, the person that attacked Tosaka with that dagger is nearby. The person is still around. If I close my eyes, I can feel the dark magical energy moving. Ooh, you can sense that now.
弓道場の裏。雑木林か。
I jump over the hedge and run across the moldy land. Then... Oh yeah, you saw Shinji. Between the trees, someone I recognize is standing there, smiling.
Shinji?
I stop. Why is Shinji here? He's missing right now. No, Mitsuzuri's the one missing. Shinji's the last one who saw her, and... The injured arm throbs. The instant I fall to the ground. A nail-like dagger is thrust at my throat. I instantly dodge it. I just keep falling and keep rolling forward to avoid it. My throat. It scraped it and my skin's cut. But this is rather fortunate. If I had been a second too late, it would have been my throat that got cut. Man, I hope you've called for Saber at this point, or Saber has somehow picked up that you need help. Because you are in a very bad spot right now. I instantly get up. In front of me stands a woman in black with an irritating smile. I'm sure of it. A concentration of magical energy even Tosaka cannot stand up to. An ethereal beauty and a thick smell of blood. I don't know what class she is, but her existence is beyond human. The black shadow disappears from my vision. My instincts tell me I'll be killed. I desperately swing my weapon above me. I parry the nail coming from my head. Oh my god! Your instincts are insane now, Shiro! What is going on? She's like a spider, jumping through the woods as if she's sticking to the trees. I run. It was just pure coincidence that I was able to block that surprise attack. No, that was... Something's up with you, man. Like, your instincts have been on another level this entire route. I can't block another attack, and there's no way I'd be able to get away. Yeah, no, I'm not saying rely on them yet, but something's going on. I run to a nearby tree and put my back against it. It should be able to block any attacks from behind me now. No, I have to believe that it can. I don't see that servant in black anywhere. She might be jumping from branch to branch, as I don't see her coming down. Sweat rolls down my forehead. The sound of chains is like that of a snake aiming for its prey. Is this what it's like to be in Assassin's Creed? Except as a guard? I suppress the laughter trying to escape me. The sound of chains echoes through the woods. Even though I might be killed in the next moment, my mind is completely blank. I don't have any notion of time, and the guillotine isn't coming down. That's what's strange. The battle should have been over by now, but I'm still alive. It's so strange that I think I might have been killed by that previous surprise attack and might be merely dreaming now.
Saber.
I can't match a servant, and I'll have to rely on her. The command spell. If I use the command spell to call a Saber, I should be able to escape this situation. But is it all right? I placed myself in this dangerous situation. Then I should hold responsibility for that. And most of all, no, that's stupid. I mean, if you fully believe that you shouldn't use the command spell, it is what it is. But like, because of you needing to take responsibility for this situation, that's a bold reason not to use it. That's right. I have a weapon in my hand, even if it may be a weak one. And my body can still move. If this is a bad position, I only have to move away. I can call for Saber after that. Nah, I'm built different. I hope we've at least, like, you know, acts like danger summoned her, right? So she's like, huh, he's in danger. I need to be there, right? The voice echoes. She's above me, on a branch somewhere, as I expected. And well, I don't really know how to use it. Yeah, that's a problem.
So,
dang. You're dissing Shinji. Probably deserves it, but that's funny. I search around me. Where is the voice coming from? Would you kindly? Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're cool with that, but... The voice stops. The sound of change is the only sound echoing through the woods. She's coming. What I have to do is get out of this place. To do so, I would have to block her nail a few times. The fact that I have to defend myself using a chair leg is so pathetic that it's funny. Yeah, if I at least had... If this stick was as splendid as the weapons he had, I might even be able to counterattack. Projection time? I don't have time to think about what ifs. It's about 30 meters to get out of the woods. This isn't much compared to the chase I had with Tosaka. I mean, that's fair. I run. I ignore that annoying sound of chains and run frantically towards the exit. I repel the attack from above. And then, using the weapon, I block the roundhouse kick executed by the servant. My god. She's in front of me now. I repel her attacks. Yeah, what is good with your instincts, bro? Like, this is not natural. You can't just think this is natural. Like, hello? The servant in black retreats. It's just a coincidence. If the first surprise attack was blocked by coincidence, these attacks were also blocked by chance. I can't even see her movements. For me to stay alive in spite of that is nothing but pure luck. But are coincidences something that can continue on like this? No. What if my assumptions are wrong in the first place? The first attack, the surprise attack to my head. Emi Ashiro could not block such attacks. I cannot block them even by coincidence. The servant in black murmurs. Her irritated voice is rather surprisingly beautiful.
大したことないな。他のサーバントに比べたら迫力不足だ。
Brutal. I swing at the servant in front of me. The servant in black blocks my blow and jumps back. What? Are you counterattacking? Oh my god. There's nothing in my way now.
大したことないな。他のサーバントに比べたら迫力不足だ。
Brutal. The servant in black has retreated. Now all I have to do is go a few more meters and...
いいえ、そこまでです。あなたは初めから私に囚われているのですから。
Are we in like the blood field or... My body falls. Ah, dang. That's unfortunate. Rather, I'm being pulled back. My right arm hurts. The pierced arm is being pulled by some force?
まだわかりませんか？あなたの腕に刺さったそれは私の杭だということに。
Yeah, we needed to pull that out a while ago.
お前の杭。
That makes me realize. The thing extending from her weapon. That annoying sound of chains. The sound of the chains moving. The sound of the binding chains that I've heard since I came out of the building. It was literally connected to his arm. Yeah, that's a problem. I reach out for my right arm with my left, but it's too late. The arm moves up by itself and is lifted up. My arm's about to be torn off. The nail in my right arm. The chain coming out of it dangles me in the air using a branch as a fulcrum. Goodness.
さて、先ほどは何か興味深いことを言ってらしたようですが。
Yeah, he got a little overconfident, but the servant in black approaches. I can't run away or fight now that I'm suspended in midair.
この私が他のサーバントに劣ると。
I mean, to be fair, we've only seen Berserker, Saber, and Archer, who has a freaking sword nuke. So, she still hasn't shown us in this route anything that, like, puts her above those servants, but...
困りました。その認識を改めさせなければ、あなたを殺すのは難しい。
I'm like a sacrifice. It's like the one put to the gallows in a Western movie. The nail-like dagger is raised. The servant in black licks the top of it.
そうですね。まずはその誤った目からいただきます。
Well, this is awkward.
残った手足はその後に。
She jumps lightly and appears right in front of me, who's suspended 3 meters above the ground. Man, you better have some sort of plan. The nail comes for me. My body still moves. I'm sorry, but if you don't use the command spell at this point, you might be an idiot. What to do in the fight against Ryder? I think we just gotta use the command spell, right? Like, fighting using the left arm, like, that's just not gonna work, right? I feel like pulling the nail out, it would just be too late, right? I feel like it just has to be the command spell at this point, which is unfortunate, but it's unfortunate that we have to use it this early. I can't match this servant. Then I should use my free hand and call for the one who can beat her. I don't know how to use it, but I've used it before, so there's no way I wouldn't be able to now. There it is. My field of vision is filled with light. It might be the effect of the command spell as I feel pain in my left hand. I hear the splashing of blood. Did that not work? Uh-oh. I feel pain from my left hand. Oh, that was an L. When I open my eyes... Did she cut off our arm? Yep. I see that my left arm is cut from my elbow. Ooh, yeah, maybe that wasn't the move. I guess we had to fight back. Sheesh. I mean, they basically warned us not to use the command spell, and I just didn't listen. I guess that's on me. An unconscious howl escapes my throat. My vocal organs appeal to me about the pain.
上出来です。左手だけを自由に動かせるようにすれば。
I got played. I should
必
have
ず
known
霊
better.
樹に頼る。
I should have known better. I should have known that was some kind of trap.
先ほどいろいろとさえずっていましたが、追い詰めればあなたも他のマスターと変わらない。
I should have known we had to fight her. That was dumb. It won't stop. The blood coming out from my left arm won't stop. There's no way it'll stop if there's a wound this big.
あなたに霊樹を使わせる。この狩りの中で私が自身に課した条件は満たしました。あとはもう一つ。あなたの目をくり抜くことですが。まあ、それは許してあげましょう。あなたの苦悶の声だけで十分すぎるほど満たされた。
You have issues.
これで眼球まで掴み出してしまったら間違いなく達してしまいますから。
Okay, yeah, sure. My bleeding won't stop. My consciousness fades. Before I really die, I have to call for Saber with my command spell.
十分な出血量です。本来なら胸をえぐって息の根を止めますが、それはあなたの健闘をたたえて控えましょう。
He did put up a really good fight, but is this what's supposed to happen, or I don't know. It's possible that she just makes us burn a command spell and then lets us go, and then in the other ones we just die.
アーチャーのマスターもじき到着します。運が良ければ助かるでしょうが。
Brain death. That's nice.
助かったところで、もう脳はまともに機能しないでしょうね。
I don't feel any pain. I bleed while suspended in midair. Saber, I have to call Saber. Nope, we're dead. Fire. Okay, and then I liked doing the Tiger Dojos all in like one run, so let's just not take the advice. And then load back from there. I should have known that wasn't the choice. I mean, we had to fight back. I feel like that's obvious in retrospect, but I mean, do we have a choice but to try to pull the nail out? Like, would we be too late? Like, do we have to try to fight? Let's try pulling the nail out, and then maybe we take yet another L, but we'll see. I can pull out the nail in my right arm. I throw away my weapon and reach for my right arm with my free left hand. Well, that does not seem like the move.
勇敢ですね。常に痛みを伴う選択をするなんて。
But my movements have to be like slow motion to her. The servant in black thrusts out her nail to pierce my left hand as well. Oh, now you're really screwed. I swing my body desperately to avoid it, but it's useless. The servant mercilessly thrusts her nail. Oh, did Tosaka just save us? And she's shot from the side by numerous bright bullets. I fall to the ground. The bullets cut the chain and I hit my butt on the ground. The servant in black turns her back. She jumps onto a branch and retreats like a beast.
エミヤ君、無事？
As soon as she runs up to me, she takes my hand.
とにかく血止めしないと。エミヤ君、何か巻くもの持ってない？
No.
ハンカチ発見。いつも桜が用意してくれてるんで、きっと清潔。
似た者同士か。けどないよりマシよ。私のタオルとそれでなんとか格好ぐらいはつけられる。
Alright, thanks for the help. She takes my pulse and murmurs something like a spell. It must be styptic and painkiller, as my right hand feels a bit better. Tosaka carefully puts the handkerchief on my wound and wraps the towel around it. Seeing her like that reminds me, Tosaka is beautiful and a nice person. I was watching her from a distance, admiring her for being an honor student, until 3 days ago. As it turns out, her true personality was far away from my imagination, but it's not like she was any different inside. My heart's pounding. Tosaka's a nice person. She's so close to me. She's so beautiful that I can forgive her for everything that happened until now. I can't think straight.
よし。応急処置はこんなところね。
Yeah, he's big simping for Tosaka now. I see.
それで、あいつ何だったの？追いついたらとんでもないことになってたから、とにかく援護してみたけど。
俺もわからない。ここまで追いかけてきて襲われた。
I concisely tell her what happened. I decided not to say anything about seeing Shinji. It might have been my imagination, and even if it was him, I don't have any proof that he's connected with that servant. I feel like that's relevant information, though.
そんな顔するな。正体はつかめなかったけど、ともかくあいつもサーバントだろう。なら、俺たち以外にマスターがいたってことじゃないか。
That is the correct read.
そうね。学校に私たち以外のマスターがいるってことは知ってたけど、ようやく尻尾を出したってわけか。
Tosaka slumps her shoulders. Seems Tosaka already knew about this third master. And that master is the one who attacked the female student?
待った、トサカ。さっきの子はどうなった？
持ち直したわ。今は保健室で寝かせてあるから、もう大事はないと思う。
Well, that's good.
そうか。それはよかった。
I sigh with relief. That means all problems have been resolved. Yeah, man said, yeah, screw Ayako. And what's left is, what, your fight?
何よ、人のことじっと見て。言っとくけど、私はあんなことしないからね。
Bro, if she had any intention of killing you now, like, she wouldn't have patched your arm up. She would have been like, hey, sorry about that. Thanks for the help. You're dead. Like, I don't know how she misunderstood. Tosaka, sometimes makes the stupidest misunderstandings.
あのな、そんなの分かってる。トサカがあんな真似するもんか。俺が言ってるのはそうじゃなくて、さっきの続きだよ。どうするんだ？やるのか、やらないのか。
Oh, is she thinking? Hearing this, Tosaka freezes. How long did it last? Tosaka glares at me once, then hangs her head as if giving up. That's fine, but it troubles me if she makes such a face near me.
トサカ、どうするんだよ。
やらない。今日はここまでにする。なんだかしらけちゃったし、また借りができちゃったし。
What? Taking the dagger and then fighting off Ryder for you? She gets up and brushes dirt off her knees.
じゃあ行くわよ。辛いだろうけど、うちに着くまで我慢して。
Tosaka offers me her hand. I tilt my head in wonder and look at Tosaka's eyes.
だから、私の家に行くわよって言ってるの。エミヤ君、自分じゃその傷治せないんだから。
Correct.
いや、それはそうだけど、なんで？
But why take an enemy?
なんでも何もないわよ。その傷、治療しないと壊死しちゃうじゃない。それで動かなくなったりしたら、私の落ち度みたいじゃない。
The question is, in theory, why should you care, right? That's the question. Tosaka pulls at me as if telling me not to talk back. Wait, I don't get it at all. She was just trying to kill you. Like, I'd be confused too. So, it's clearly not that simple in Tosaka's mind, but I think we knew that from the start, that none of this was as simple as it seemed. Especially given the fact that in the bad ending that I saw previously, excuse me, Tosaka doesn't even kill him. She like resets his memory and takes the command spell. Like, I don't think she can, as of now, bring herself to kill Shiro. we'll see if later she becomes a more like villainous presence that does try to kill us, or if she'll end up as an ally again. But in the meantime, it seems like she's having a really hard time of trying to kill us. I guess there are Western-style houses at the very top. Wait, I never actually read... Did I? I never read that first line. Tosaka's house is in the residential district on the other side of the town. I guess there are Western-style houses at the very top, but I've never actually been up there. This is as far as I've been, and I don't know anything about what lies ahead. So, this is the famous Western-style mansion at the top of the hill, the main base of Tosaka, a magus with a prestigious lineage. I look up at the extravagant mansion, dumbfounded. Well, I thought I was used to things like this because of Shinji's house, but this has its own taste.
エミヤ君、玄関こっちだけど。
分かってる。分かってる。
I clear my throat and follow after Tosaka. Man, I can understand if I'm on guard being invited to another master's base, but I'm getting nervous just thinking that I'm going into Tosaka's house. Got a crush on a different girl this time around, I see. So, this is the living room at Tosaka's house, the place Tosaka Rin lives every day.
それじゃあ腕を見せて。
She gets straight to the point.
悪い。頼む。
I sit on a chair and show her my right arm. She takes off the towel that's wrapped around it. I think she's closer to me now. I didn't notice before, but her black hair looks really pretty and causes my heart to beat faster.
あれ、
Sheesh, bro.
おかしいな。傷口がさっきより小さくなってる。エミヤ君、自然治癒のまじないでもかけてるの？
Not quite. It's something else. No. It'll sheath for Excalibur thing.
いや、そんなことないぞ、断じて。
そうなの？その割には傷、もうほとんど塞がってるんだけど。
Yeah, that's a bit absurd. So. Clearly something is up with Shiro in this route. I don't know what it is. I mean, he still has the sheath, it seems. But those fighting instincts, those were absurd.
いや、だから別に綺麗だとかなんとか。って、今、なんて言った？トサカ。
What? I didn't say anything about it being pretty.
だから、傷はほとんど治ってるって言ったの。私がしたのは血止めだけだから、治ってるなんてことはないはずなんだけど。
そんなこと言われても知らないぞ、俺。
本当？まあ、言われてみれば、エミヤ君は素人同然なんだし、自然治癒なんてまじないをかけられるわけないか。
Yeah, more or less.
じゃあ、
Whoops.
俺の傷が治ってることと、セイバーの能力が関係あるってどういうことだよ。
これは仮定だけど、セイバーと契約した時、何か手順を間違えて、力の流れが逆になったんじゃないかしら。
Could you imagine if that's why he had those fighting instincts?
エミヤ君とセイバーがどんな契約を結んだかは知らないけど、サーバントの中には契約者を不死にする者もいるっていうから、セイバー自身の自然治癒能力がそのままエミヤ君にも流れているのかもしれない。
なら、セイバーと契約している限りは怪我をしてもなんとかなるってことか。
まあ、そういうことになるけど、それは当てにしない方がいいわよ。結局、あなたの傷を治してるのはセイバーってことになるんだから、セイバーの魔力を消費することになるし。
I mean, if her theory is right, that would make sense, but I mean, unless something's drastically different, I don't think that is the case, right?
何より、あなたのは傷を癒す力であって、生を返すものじゃないわ。死んでしまえばそれまでなんだから、今回みたいな無茶は控えなさい。
You're definitely right about that, though. Oh. I don't know when she did it, but the bandage is wrapped already and the treatment is done. Jeez, why did that take me so long to read? She pats my arm and stands up.
さて、それじゃあお茶でも入れようか。エミヤ君、砂糖とミルクどっちがいい？
You just tried to kill me and now you're asking if I want milk or sugar tea?
いや、どっちもいらないけど、トサカ、その前に教えてくれないか？さっき言ってたことだよ。学校にもう一人マスターがいて、そいつが何かしてるって。
ああ、そのこと？そっか。 エミヤくんじゃ結界には気づかないか。まあ簡潔に言うとね、学校には私とあなた以外にもう一人マスターがいて、さっきみたいなことを繰り返してるのよ。
I recall the female student. She was pale, and Tosaka said she would have died if we hadn't found her.
マスターはマスターだけを狙うわけじゃないか。
Nope.
あの神父が言ってたことだけど、なんでそんなことをするんだ？
Energy.
聖杯戦争に勝つためでしょう。サーバントは人の精神を食べれば食べるほど魔力を蓄えられる。学校にいるマスターはね、うちの生徒をみんな生贄にして自分のサーバントを強くしようって魂胆なんでしょう。
生徒を生贄にするって正気かそいつ。
さあ、けど学校にはすでに結界が張られてる。
Shinji's not playing around, bro.
まだ完成してないけど、一度発動すればあの敷地にいる人間はみんな衰弱死するでしょうね。まあそんなことは私が許さないけど。
We better figure it out, because I mean, it kinda did happen in the Fate route. Tosaka explains with a cool voice. This must be something she's known for days. She knew what she had to do and went to school, even though she told me not to. She knew it's dangerous to be there, but she still went there to stop the master who set up the boundary field. I'm ashamed of myself. It's only natural for Tosaka to get mad at me, who came to school without thought. I wasn't prepared for anything, as I wasn't trying to continue my peaceful everyday life, excuse me.
ちょっとどうしたのよ、さっきから落ち込んじゃって。私何か言っちゃった？
She looks at me uneasily. I bet she's misunderstanding
い
again.
や、そうじゃないんだ。ただ、お前には勝てないなって、そう思った。
I think it's wrong for me to apologize, so I try to tell her how I feel. Tosaka stares at me.
なんだよ。今のは、別にさっきのことじゃなくてだな。
分かってるわよ。それよりエミヤくん、とりあえず休戦しない？
Please do that for my sanity. I hate to see them fighting. Also, what? Never mind. I was gonna ask what was good with this chair right here. Like, why did this part of the chair back look wrong? And I realized it's just behind the curtain. Then she attacks me with a smile that makes my heart jump hearts. Yep, here's my other one.
って俺と遠坂で？
Please.
そう、学校に潜むマスターはたちが悪いし、エミヤくんも敵に知られちゃったしね。私としてはあなたより先にあっちを片付けておきたいの。だからそれまで休戦して2人でさっきのマスターを探さない？
I mean, if this is an actual choice, I'm saying yes without a second thought, but I'm taken aback, but I think calmly. No, there's no need to think. What Tosaka said is correct, and more than that, I cannot ignore this master. First of all, I decided to fight so that I can stop masters that will hurt innocent people.
どう？悪い条件じゃないと思うけど。
ああ、遠坂が力を貸してくれるなら頼もしい。
待った。別に私はエミヤくんに力を貸すわけじゃないわ。ただ、休戦協定を結んだだけよ。
No alliance, just a truce, alright.
敵の敵は味方なんてわけにはいかないか。
ええ。けど、それまでは信頼して。あなたが私を裏切らない限り、私はエミヤくんを助けるから。
I have no interest in betraying you, but I will see what the story holds. She declares so. This is so like her, and I'm honestly thankful for this fortune that's been brought upon me.
よかった。それなら、遠坂はずっと味方だ。これからよろしくな、遠坂。
I nod and hold out my right hand.
短い間だろうけど、せいぜい役に立ってよね。
Am I blushing like that? Sheesh. Tosaka sounds ungracious, but I won't be tricked by it. Because she puts out her right hand, and most of all, because she firmly shakes my hand. Alright.
なるほどね。道理でおかしいと思った。つまりエミヤくんは正式な後継者じゃないんだ。魔術刻印を引き継ぐ前にお父さんが死んじゃったんでしょ？
Man, he like hid that thing. It'd be nice if we could find it.
どうなのかな。親父は俺に魔術刻印を引き継がせる気はなかったみたいだし、魔術師になるのには反対してた。
けどエミヤ君に魔術は教えたのよね。なんか矛盾してないそれ。
かもな。親父、俺が諦めないから仕方なく教えたって感じだったし、初めに魔術師じゃなく魔術使いになれなんて言ってたし。
Fair enough. We talk about unimportant stuff for a while.
協力関係になった以上、エミヤ家の事情が知りたい。
Where's Tosaka? Did the game just glitch, or is she just not showing up right now? Tosaka asked me that question, and it's now getting into how I learned magic. Emiya Kiritsugu was a lone wolf magist that came from the outside. In contrast, Tosaka's family has proper lineage and supervises this land. Normally, a magist from outside must show good faith to the supervisor of the land, but Kiritsugu didn't do so. Actually, he hid the fact that he was a magist. As Tosaka Rin is the head of the Tosaka family, she's the supervisor of this land, even though she's young. She was entrusted with this supervision 10 years ago, and it's only recently that she actually became able to protect the land. Well, that's why the Tosaka family never knew about Kiritsugu's existence, and why they didn't know about his son, who was a magist.
魔術使いか。それじゃあエミヤ君、本当に素人なんだ。自分が使える魔術以外、魔導の知識はないわけね。
That would be correct.
ああ、そういうこと。俺が使えるのは強化だけだからな。他のことは名称とか概要とかそんなことしかわからない。さっきだって強化で机を縦にしただけだし、あれにしたって今までで一番うまくできた魔術だった。
I feel like it's probably whatever you poured into that freaking desk chair. I mean, that thing deflected Ryder's freaking nail multiple times. Like,
ちょっと本気？なんでそんなことまで私に喋るのよ、あんたは。
I mean, is it really gonna change anything? Like, then she gets mad like it's her own affair.
なんだ、トサカ。今の突っ込むところか。
She's mad that we suck so much.
突っ込むところっていうか、エミヤ君。私たち手を組んだけど、それでも内緒にしなくちゃいけないことってあるでしょ？
I don't think Shiro gets that concept.
手の内は隠しておくべきだし、第一、魔術師にとって自分の魔術は隠し通すべきものよ。
What's there to keep hidden?
そうか？今さら隠しても仕方がないだろう。そりゃ、人には言えないことだけど、トサカは魔術師だ。話しても問題ない。それに、相手が何であれ、魔術は必死になって隠すことじゃないって親父は言ってたし。
何それ？エミヤ君の父親、本気でそんなこと言ってたの？
She's like, what is wrong with this dude?
ああ、あんまり規則にとらわれるなって言いたかったんじゃないかな、親父は。魔術なんてものは覚えない方がいいし、やめたければいつでもやめろって口癖だったぞ。
Tosaka grits her teeth. Man, this pisses her off. What's she so irritated about? She's showing enmity like never before.
ふざけないで。あなたの父親は魔術師じゃないわ。そんな奴に鍛えられたあなたも魔術師なんて認めないから。
Ooh, Shiro might not take well to this though.
トサカ、落ち着け。何怒ってるんだよ、お前。いや、確かにお前に比べたら俺は魔術師なんて名乗れないけど、親父は立派な魔術師だったぞ。
そうじゃない。私が言いたいのはそういうことじゃない。私が許せないのは、その。
That what? Then Tosaka's enmity disappears as if she's regained her composure. What is it that she can't forgive? It seems like my best guess is maybe not like jealousy, but she's looking at how Shiro was raised. And I think kind of like, I don't know, not really approving of it, maybe because of how she was raised, right? In that situation where she had to be a magist, she knew she was going to fight in this war eventually, you know? Or that she was likely to. You know, she knew the duty of a magist and the rules, and that's what she's been raised as, right? And it seems like the fact that Shiro was not raised like that is why it's so hard for her to like look at him and be like, yes, he is also a fellow Magus, right? Because he didn't have to go through what she probably did. But I mean, maybe I read that completely wrong. We'll see. Eventually. I'm sure.
ごめんなさい。ちょっとどうかしてた。鍛え方は人それぞれだものね。私は私に胸を張ってるんだから、エミヤ君をどうこう言えるはずがなかった。
わからないな。何か気に障ったことでもあったのか。その親父の教え方とか俺の未熟さとか。
そうね。エミヤ君の未熟っぷりには文句あるわよ。
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem.
何年も魔術を鍛えていて強化しか知らないところとか、そういう弱みを私に教えちゃうところとか。
Yeah, she was raised as a true Magus, so that's like, whew. That'd be horrible if that was her. Tosaka smiles suggestively. Is it just me, or do I feel a chill?
そうだな。今すっごく後悔してる。けど仕方ないだろ。俺には教科ぐらいしか取り柄がないし、親父は死んじまったんだから、それ以外のことを教わる方法はなかったんだ。
Yeah.
ええ、それが独り身の魔術師の限界ね。魔術師なんていつ死ぬかわからないんだから、そのために魔術刻印を残すんだし、教会と手を組むんじゃない。私が頭に来たのはね、そのあたりの努力を全くしなかったあなたの父親によ。魔術師の魔術はその魔術師だけのものじゃない。魔術ってのは親から子へ何代も何代も続けられてきた命の成果だもの。その責任はもう自分だけのものじゃなくなるのよ。
So he's mad about the magic crest. I see. Or she, not he, whatever. She's mad that he never passed it down.
だからそれを教わるってことは、後の世代にそれを渡すってことが第一条件になる。魔術師の家に生まれた子供は誕生した瞬間に後継者であり伝承者でもあるの。
Seems Kiritsugu really did not care about being a proper Magus and really did not want Shiro to become one and did not set him up to be one.
私たちはそのために生まれて、そのために死ぬ。
That's probably why.
魔術師の子供は初めから人間じゃない。
Yeah, she's not exactly smiling right now. Right, she seems to have like a, I don't know, maybe I'm reading too hard into the sprites, but she seems to like not necessarily agree with that or think that this is a good thing.
人として生まれたものを長い年月と厳しい修練によって別のものに変えるのが魔術師という家系の義務。だからエミヤ君のお父さんは魔術師なんかじゃない。あなたの父親は魔術師である前に親を取ったのよ。
So I did read the situation right, that was why she was so upset, was because he didn't do things the way that other magi do. She looks away as she says so. She sounded really solemn as she said that. She looked really solemn. I guess that's the best word. I don't know why Tosaka's mad. What Tosaka thought when she was raised in this house. How much she sacrificed to train as the daughter of a family of magi. I can't put myself in her place, no matter how hard I try.
なあ、トサカ。もしかしてそれで俺を目の敵にしてたのか。魔術師としての心構えがなってないから。
It sure didn't help.
そうよ。あなたのことは嫌いじゃないけど、魔術師としては認められないもの。だからつい気を据えるっていうか、つっつきたくなったの。悪い？
いや、悪いけど、忠告は助かった。
That is a little bad, but
今日のことがなかったら学校のマスターにも気づかなかったし、遠坂とも手を組めなかった。
I stare at her for affirmation. Tosaka ponders for a bit.
もう、なんだってこんなのがセイバーのマスターなのよ。
Yeah, that probably hurts her too. She complains about something strange. She wanted to be Saber's master. She kind of messed it up, and then now it's the guy who has one of, if not the most powerful servant in like a long-term Holy Grail war, is like, you know, cooperative, trying to be an ally, right? Has this good mentality that, or has this mentality of trying to protect others. Maybe not necessarily a good one, right, or healthy one, but like that's what I meant. Is like not blatantly evil, doing things for his own personal gain only, right? Right, to destroy the world or something, like enjoys killing. And so it's going to be hard for her to actually fight against him. Anyways, we've been talking so long, it's already gotten dark. Almost 7 o'clock. Saber will get mad if I don't go home soon.
じゃあ、トサカ、マスター探しは学校でするんだな。
You're not going to share that it's probably Shinji?
ええ、明日の放課後廊下で待ち合わせましょう。ああ、それと帰りはアーチャーをつけてあげる。私はやることがあるから送ってあげられないけど、アーチャーがいれば問題ないでしょ。
Yeah, I figure. I realize I've been forgetting about it all along. This is Tosaka's house, so it's not strange for Archer to be here. I'm sure you heard the whole thing. What's good, bro? The Knight in Red, Archer, takes form. Come to think of it, this is the first time I've actually faced him. Excuse me. The man that almost got his head cut off by Saber that night. The man that tried to shoot Saber along with Berserker. Is it because of such things? I face him and instinctively feel that I hate him. I probably will never be able to accept him. It must be the same for Archer as he stares at me with enmity. I appreciate that. If he hates me, I can hate him back without holding back.
よろしくね、アーチャー。彼とは協力関係になったから、襲いかかったりしちゃダメよ。
分かっている。マスターの指示には従うさ。
Yeah, there's no way he's happy about this whole thing, but is what it is. Archer disappears. Since he can't go out there dressed like he is, it must mean he will guard me in spirit form. I walk through the night town. It's still 7 o'clock, so I still see people around. I don't think any guard is necessary, but I can't turn down her goodwill. But maybe I should have refused. My nerves are getting strained. There are goosebumps on my skin, and I might throw up if I let my guard down. I feel hostility from behind me. The invisible guard is watching out for the one he has to protect. Man, how is he a guard? The hostility I feel is definitely coming from the man behind me. You know, so much for guarding, right?
この辺りでいい。あんまり近づくと前みたいなことになりかねない。
I tell the presence behind me. Archer doesn't answer. He just accepts my words and tries to leave.
待てよ。なんか言いたいことがあるんじゃないのか。
Oh, he can tell. He can tell. I glare at this invisible guy. The leaving presence stops. He appears with hostility still present.
見直したよ。殺気を感じ取れる程度には心得があるらしい。いや、てっきり虫も殺さない平和主義者だと思っていたが。
No, it's not that. Or he's not like a pacifist. He just doesn't want to press the attack as of now. And Archer clearly disagrees with that sentiment, right? Which is why he's not with us. Maybe eventually Shiro will be more aggressive, or like, you know, aggressive is the word I'm looking for. Like, he'll be the one that, you know, tries to attack others, right? But, I mean, maybe then they could learn to accept each other, but as it stands, I feel like there's always going to be hostility between them because they just have completely different mentalities. But at the same time, we know from the Fate route that Archer, he provided a lot of help for Shiro, right? That was very important long term, right? Some of the words he said, right? The way he completely read Shiro's mind, right? And some of his doubts, right? It intrigues me to see Archer, who might be here for like a whole route, you know? And not like injured for most of it and then irrelevant for most of the rest of the time until he's like in that final fight where he goes beast mode and we didn't even get to see it, you know? So, you know, I'm interested. I hope we get to see more Archer. But I guess we can see more Archer if I just left quick.
バカにすんな。これでも魔術師だぞ、俺は。相手がやる気だって言うんならいくらでも相手になる。
I confront the Knight in Red. He smiles as if to make fun of me and shrugs his shoulders.
たわけたことを。血の匂いがしない魔術師など半人前だ。
Fair?
死にそう教わらなかったのか、エミヤシロ。
You're really gonna play that, huh? My spirits weaken. Kiritsugu certainly said so. Magi are tinged with blood. It doesn't matter if you hurt or don't hurt anymore. This path is a path wet with blood. That's why Kiritsugu told me not to be a magus.
俺からは血の匂いがしないっていうのか、お前は。
無論だ。その点においても、エミヤシロはマスターには向いていない。リンとは大違いだな。
That's fair. He is very different.
なんだそれ。遠坂は血の匂いがするっていうのか。
するとも。あれはいささか甘すぎる嫌いはあるが、それでも手を下すときは容赦すまい。そうでなくては、連日マスターを探して街を巡回などしないさ。
Yeah, she's putting in work behind the scenes. She's looking for other masters every day? That means she's fighting other masters. It's not like it's over once she finds a master. Then
遠坂は今日みたいなことを毎日してるのか。
the event at school, the same thing that happened in the woods today.
まさか今日のような手たらくは今回限りにしてほしいものだ。あれだけの意志と能力を持った魔術師がお前を相手にするとどうも年相応に戻ってしまう。
Yeah. Kinda does, not gonna lie. She's like brutal around other people, but something about us, right, makes her not mercilessly murdering. Pretty close. She was pretty close today, but even in that bad end, she doesn't actually kill us, so. Maybe I don't know. I've been saying this for a while. Maybe it is as simple as, she knows Sakura. She's good friends with Sakura, and she knows that Sakura, we're very important to Sakura. But it could very well be something in the past, because she said she knows us, right? Or she knew us before, right? So maybe there is something else to this. Who knows? Maybe there's another reason that she's so willing to save his entire life, and mentor him and not kill him and truce with him. We'll see. I mean, I guess the simple answer is she likes him, right? Or has a crush or something. But even if that's the case, how would that have happened? Right? I feel like there's going to be some explanation, right? And one of the next two routes. Presumably this one. This one seems to be much more about Tosaka so far. Let's just keep moving for now.
だいたい彼女の能力ならエミやシロと協力する必要などないのだ。
Oh no, she doesn't need us at all.
にもかかわらず余分なことをしている。私としては協力など反対なのだが、まあ仕方があるまい。サーバントはマスターに従うものだ。
Of what she knows about Shiro and what Shiro knows about Shiro, there is no reason that she would need his help. I mean, with things like projection eventually potentially being wielded and his instincts recently, right? He definitely has a use, right? But as it stands, with her knowledge of all he can do is strengthen things, he's not very useful.
そうだろ、エミやシロ。たとえマスターが役に立たない未熟者でも、サーバントは従わなければならないということだ。
Yeah, I guess so. Is he talking about me and Saber?
そうかよ。遠坂も気の毒だな。お前みたいなひねくれ者と組まされてな。
Oh, he just turned that around. Okay.
まったく呆れる。まだ忠告するが、サーバントの性格など考慮するな。我らはただ戦うために呼び出された者。所詮サーバントは霊樹でつながれた道具に過ぎない。支配権はお前たちにあるのだから、道具のざれ言など聞き流す。
Maybe that's the wise move, but you're crazy if you think Shiro will actually do that. I can't tell him that's not the case. What Archer, the one bound by the command spell, said is definitely true. I can't think of Saber as a tool, but it's true that Saber is bound by the command spell.
で、呼び止めた要件は何だ？まさか親睦を深めようなどとふざけた理由ではあるまい。
No, definitely not. Ugh, I don't have a reason. I just didn't like him, so I wanted to complain to him. What?
そうだ、アーチャー。お前も聖杯が欲しいのか？
I ask an obvious question in desperation. Then,
聖杯？はあ、人間の望みを叶えるという悪質な宝箱か。興味はないな。私の望みはそんなものでは叶えられまい。
does he actually know that it's evil? Because I mean, he's right, but and the fact that he's just not even interested. Sheesh. The knight in red declares contemptuously.
なんだって。
That's contradictory. Servants desire the Holy Grail. Isn't that why they answer the call of the Magus and become servants?
待て、おかしいぞお前。なら、なんでサーバントになんてなってんだよ。
成り行き上、仕方なくだ。私に自由意志などない。お前はサーバントが自らの意志で呼び出しに応じているとでも思っているのだろうがな。
Don't have free will? Does that mean he was called against his will even though he doesn't want the Holy Grail?
幸せな男だ。本当に考えたことはなかったのか？
Yes, he didn't.
いいか。サーバントとは呼び出されるものだ。いいな。英霊とはすべて自らの意志ではなく他者の意志によって呼び出される。過去の功績によって英霊となり、以後は人々の間で語り継がれ、その支えになるもの。だが、その当の英霊自身が心の底から人間の助けになりたい
No.
などと思っていると。
I mean, definitely not.
いや、それは。
I don't know. If they're called heroic spirits, they should be pure. That's why I imagine them protecting people, but that's not the case for a lot of the servants I've encountered.
そうだ。もともと英霊というものに意志などない。英霊となったものは以後ただ人間を守る力として置かれるだけだ。何かこちらで不都合があった場合のみ呼び出され、その後始末をして消えるだけの存在。あるがないもの。人の世の危機を救おうが誰にも認識されないもの。
I mean, that's true. Really is quite cynical, but he's not wrong.
それが英霊。守護者と呼ばれる都合のいい存在だ。なってしまったが最後、意志を剥奪され、永遠に人間のために働き続ける掃除屋に過ぎん。
I guess we're kind of used to Saber's situation, so I hadn't thought too much about like a normal servant. One that is summoned only to disappear. Heroic spirits are tools without a will?
そんなはずはない。セイバーもお前もちゃんと意志があるじゃないか。そりゃ自分の意志とは無関係に呼び出されたかもしれないけど、それでもこっちに出てきてからの選択肢はあるんじゃないのか。セイバーだってやりたくないことはやらないって突っぱねるし。
当然だろう。我々はサーバントだ。誰が作ったシステムだか知らんが、この戦いはよくできている。
Yeah.
本来本体からの触覚でしかない英霊に形を与え、本体そのものとして刺激するのだからな。サーバントという殻を与えられた英霊はその時点で元の人間性を取り戻せる。かつての執念、かつての無念とともにな。
Right. Okay. Makes sense.
故にサーバントは聖杯を求めるのだろうよ。聖杯を得れば叶わなかった無念を晴らせるだろうし、短い時間であれ人間としてこの世界にとどまれるのだから。
And he just doesn't care about that.
人間としてとどまれる。
That must mean that they can be set free as an individual and not a servant. And to add, the Holy Grail has power to grant wishes. It allows them to grant the wishes that they had before they died. It's natural for servants to cooperate with their masters, you know? So the Holy Grail must be a miracle for the servants as well.
なんでそこまでのものをなんでお前はいらないって言うんだ。叶えられなかった願いを叶えられるし、サーバントで亡くなることだってできるっていうのに。
How can he just not want that? That is a good question.
単純な話だ。私には叶えられない願いなどなかった。
I guess that'll do it, actually.
他の連中とは違う。私は望みを叶えて死に、英霊となった。故に、叶えたい望みなどないし、人としてここに留まることにも興味はない。
バカ言うな。セイバーは聖杯が必要だって言ったんだ。お前みたいに目的がなくてサーバントをやってるわけじゃない。
She needs the Holy Grail for a different reason.
私の目的。
Archer murmurs. Why is it? It's just a normal murmur, but a chill runs through me.
目的があろうとなかろうと同じだ。
And I suppose it is, but...
気になるのならば問いただしてみるがいい。セイバーの目的は聖杯でありながら、決して聖杯を自分のためには使わない。そういった意味で、あれは典型的な守護者。文字通り、奴隷なのだ。
I suppose that's true in a way, yeah. Sheesh.
そのことを、彼女のマスターであるのなら、決して忘れないことだ。
She's not wrong. She's definitely not using it for herself. Wait. No, she kind of is, actually. Or, well, she thinks not being King Arthur, right, or like not pulling the sword out would be better for her country. So I guess she's not doing it for herself, really. His presence disappears. The knight in red talks cynically until the very end and leaves.
Tadaima.
Alright, we're a little over 2 hours in. Let's just go ahead and wrap it up here. Oh, man. Alright, so this was a really good episode. So, even the things that I knew happened did not play out at all like I expected. Right, so the last thing that I know, or like knew that happened on this route was Tosaka attacking us on that stairway. But I did not have any clue that it would go like it did, like with the bullets and then us getting attacked by Ryder, as it went very differently in the bad end that we did. I mean, I think that's because we just made a different choice this time, so it went differently. Or not this time, like, we made the right choice, it would seem. As opposed to the bad end, where, like, I think it forces you into the wrong one. It went really different. It was an interesting fight. Like, she was relentlessly trying to, like, kill us, it seemed. But at the same time, she said she'd, like, have mercy and, like, you know, there were no kill shots. And I think eventually she went for it. She tried to kill us. Even if at first she was going to let us live, it seemed. But it looks like we've kind of won Tosaka over through, you know, that fight, us protecting ourselves, I guess, and then protecting her and, like, from the nail, and then fighting Ryder, right? She decided to help us again, and then now we're in a truce, and like Archer said, it seems like she only makes, like, foolish decisions like that around Shiro, so we can assume she's got something for Shiro, right? How or why, or whether she feels she just, like, maybe she just feels like she owes him for something in the past, right? Or maybe it's because of his ties with Sakura. I don't know. But she clearly feels something for him, for whatever reason, and has made some decisions that she doesn't seem like she'd normally make, at least according to Archer. Archer is making it clear like she's merciless, right, outside of Shiro, hunting down other masters, getting in fights, not many fights, but but finding masters and going out and doing things, right, for the purpose of the Holy Grail War. And she still couldn't kill Shiro when she had a perfectly good chance multiple times, which does not make Archer very happy. But obviously we also have to talk about Shiro's like instincts during that fight with the Rider. I don't know what that was, man. Like, maybe that means he's going to be more of a fighter himself in this route. Because, he had those instincts. He was going toe-to-toe with a servant until he got, led on by that one trap, basically, right? That had been there the whole time. He just needed to pull that thing out of his arm. But, it's also quite possible that the only reason he knew or had those instincts was because, he heard the chains rattling, right? But I don't know if that had anything to do with him still being able to block all of those attacks, Clearly, Shiro, in my mind, Shiro clearly has some sort of instinct that might make him an actual fighter this time around, which would be interesting, honestly. I don't know. There was a lot of stuff that went down this episode. Obviously, we have the truce between Tosaka and Shiro now. That Shiro seems to want to be an alliance, and we got a lot of interesting information in that conversation, like why Tosaka was so angry at him, and how solemn she seemed about the fact that he is in this war but never had to go through all the things that Tosaka has, where she's basically says, people like her, they're not treated as human by their parents, and she can't call Kiritsugu a magus because he acted like an actual parent, which is a horrible thing to hear, frankly. I can only imagine what Tosaka's been through. But she seemed torn up about that whole thing, which is interesting. I am super excited to see more about this route. We've got the Rider has already come into play. We know Shinji is clearly draining people's souls for energy. Looks like he wants to do the boundary field again. I don't know I don't know how that'll play out. We've also got Tosaka. Will she become an ally again, or will she become an enemy this time around? I don't know. I think either way, the route is a lot more focused on Tosaka this time, but we'll see how that comes out. It looks like Archer's going to be a lot more relevant. Him and Shiro are already having these conversations, right? Of morals and philosophy that they had in the Fate route. They've already had one, and those conversations are always interesting to me. How they butt heads, all the time. I don't know. There's so much that I'm looking forward to seeing. But anyways, that is it for this episode. I am looking forward to playing again. I should be back on within 2 to 3 days. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode back. I hope you guys are looking forward to more regular Fate content. Which, like I said, we should be doing regular Fate content starting now. Then I'll mix in some uploads from me and some anime reactions with my friend, and even some with my friend and my brother. We've got Erased, and Neon Genesis Evangelion should be coming up eventually. If you don't watch that, I don't mind, but I just want to let you guys know that it's not going to slow down the Fate upload process. So if you are concerned about that, don't be. It's not going to slow anything down. I'm just going to upload those occasionally. But yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. That's all for this episode. I will see you guys on the next episode, which should be out soon. Peace.